Welcome to the first half of the program, which is the code rundown. So we have the global variables, employees, and we also have used employee IDs, used discount numbers, used item ID numbers to make sure that they're unique, as well as the item list. So we have helper functions, get valid input. This one's mostly for names. We also have get valid type. This is useful for yes or no, or the employee type, hourly manager. Also used in the menu. Get valid number. This is for numeric input such as years or the ID numbers. And we also have the menu or quit function, which asks the user if they wish to stay in the program or exit the program, which returns false if they want to quit and return true if they want to stay. And this works with the menu's while loop. We have create single employee validation, which creates a single employee, and also checks for originality in the ID number and the discount number. We have a loop to create a single employee multiple times, and it keeps going until the user types no to exit. We have very similar methods for the item. Create single item validation, enter an item ID and make sure it's unique. After that, enter the item name and item cost. To ensure that these are unique, the used item IDs appends the item ID when a new item is added. Similarly, we also have used employee IDs, which gets filled up, and used discount numbers, because there is a function later on that searches these arrays to ensure that the ID that the user inputs is unique. And this loop creates multiple single items until the user enters no or yes. We have the print functions. This one prints all the items at the beginning of the purchase page, and employees is at the end of the purchase page or during the summary. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we have the index functions, and these check if they exist. So in this case, if an employee's discount number matches, then the employees will return this function will return where that employee is. Otherwise, it'll return -1. Likewise, it's the same for the item index function. If the item exists, return its index. Otherwise, it'll return -1. This function calculates the discount. It starts at 0. If it exceeds 200, it'll return right away, which will be 0. Otherwise, the yearly bonus is added, and it's capped at 10. And then the hourly and manager bonuses are added. And then at the end, it'll return this amount. The purchase will update the total purchases and total discount in the employees array. Buy items, our longest function, is in a while loop. And while this loop is going, it asks for an employee discount number. And the identifier will look through the index and see if the discount number lines up with any of the employees. If it does not, it'll return -1, and the user will be asked to enter the input again, or they can exit to leave. If they do enter a number, it'll check again. And if the input is invalid, it'll start again. Once the discount number is valid, it'll greet them by name and ask them for the ID of the item they'd like to buy. So here we have valid number. And if the ID exists, then it'll continue down here. If not, it'll ask the user to re-enter the input. Very similar to the loop above. So once the item ID is recognized, the program will ask the user to confirm the purchase, and it only allows yes or no. If not, they'll stay in this area. If the user says yes, then the discount will be computed and they will know how much they're saving. So one exception I found is that there's a chance that the item the employee might buy would exceed over 200. So this checks for that. If the total amount saved plus if the amount saved in this purchase plus the total amount saved would exceed 200 and the discount is not equal to 0, if it's happening for the first time, then the amount saved would be reduced and it'll notify the user. After that, the final price will be computed and the employee array will update. So this ensures that the total saved doesn't exceed 200. Let's say you had 199 in discounts. Well, you'd still have a discount, but if you were to buy another item, then it would only let you save the $1 to put your total save up to 200, rather than allowing people to game the system. If the confirmation says no, it cancels the purchase, and in both cases, it asks the user if they wish to buy another item. And if the answer is no, then print the employee summary and end the loop with the keep buying. Keep buying controls the loop. So if keep buying is false, it'll exit and return to the menu. If it's yes, it starts from the top and they ask for the employee ID number. So the purchase page just starts with printing items, and the all employee summary will just print the employee. Now the main function has the menu and asks for the user input, only allowing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it's 1, it'll create employees. If it's 2, create items. 3, purchase page and buy items. 4, the summary, and 5 to quit. So once the while loop breaks, the program is over and it'll print a goodbye message. So the while loop is controlled by the in-menu variable, and as we discussed earlier, menu or curt returns true if the user wishes to stay and false if the user wants to quit. So we see in the exit that it'll assign it right away to false because the user wants to exit. But in any other function, the user gets to choose to stay in the program or not. And that is the code rundown for my assignment 1. Welcome to the second half of the video, which is the code rundown. So to start, we'll take a look at the menu here. And we'll start by creating an employee. Let's do 1, 2, 3 for the ID, name, blahaj, type, manager, and we'll say 2 years. And the employee discount number, we'll also do 1, 2, 3. So do you wish to continue adding employees? I'll say no. And I'll do it all caps. Oh, actually, we'll do invalid input first. And then, okay, all caps works as well. You wish to stay in the program? Let's do yes, but lowercase. And let's make another employee, and let's try putting invalid input this time. So ID, this one checks for numbers, so we'll go for 1, 2, 3 again, and it'll tell us that the employee ID is already in use, okay? So, okay, let's do 999 this time. Enter employee name, let's say Navia, and she is hourly or manager. So in this case, this one will be hourly. Total years worked, invalid input must be a number, so let's say 5 years. Discount number, let's just have them match, so 999. Or let's try blahaj's, which is 1, 2, 3. It'll tell us that it's already in use. Let's go with 999 then. Continue adding employees. No. Let's create some items next. Yes, stay in the program. Okay, So we'll do 555 for the item. And we'll call it a controller. Let's say it costs 50. And we'll add one more. Let's try some invalid input this time. Okay. All right, let's try adding another 555 item. Oh, it's already in use. Okay, let's go with 888. Let's go with giant gem. And we'll have this one cost 300. Okay, do you wish to continue adding items? Let's say no. Let's make a purchase. You wish to stay in the program? Yes. Okay. All right, so making a purchase. Enter your employee discount number here. So I believe we have 123 and 999 as our discount numbers. Let's just try something different. It doesn't work. Okay. All right, let's just exit and see the summary first. Do you wish to stay in the program? Yes. Okay. Let's take a look at the summary. So yes, we can see that our IDs and discount numbers are both 123 and 999. So let's go back and make a purchase now. So let's go with 123. So enter the ID of an item you'd like to buy. Okay, let's go with 555. So buy the controller. So confirm purchase. Let's say invalid input here. No. Okay. Buy another item? Sure, let's try buying the item again. So once again, start from the top. Yes, confirm purchase. Let's do all caps this time. Your employee discount is 14%. So we can see here, Blahaj is a manager, so that's 10%. And then the years, 2 times 2, that adds up to 14%. Buy another item? So, yes or no? Let's say no. Let's have Navia buy the giant gem. So do you wish to stay in the program? Yes. Oh, my mistake. Okay, enter your employee discount number, so 999. She'll buy the giant gem. Confirm purchase. Yes. Okay. Buy another item. No. Okay, now we see the employee summary at the end. So we've seen the total purchased and the total discount. And that's the end of the program. So wish to stay in the program? Yes. Let's just do the exit function. Of course, all of these other branches also have the option of exiting. So if I add in another employee here, like this, do you wish to continue employees? No. Do you wish to stay in the program? No. This should also exit. All right, and that's the end of my program. I'm Akeen, and this is my Python assignment 1.